1 quarter of play, Gary. The Quakers are on top by a score of 7-0. And the Dukes will come to the line of scrimmage. A big play on 3rd down and 9.
This is probably 2-down territory, depending on what they get here.
Play fake to Allen, looking to throw, and it's almost intercepted by Eric Davis. And we would have had another long touchdown. Davis, a good break for the ball, made a good play, knocked it down as they were looking for the tight end coming out of the line of scrimmage.
And Marlington, with a good field goal kicker, will attempt a 30-yarder here on the 4th down and 9. The only problem I noticed during warm-ups with the Dukes was the snap. Every once in a while, we got a real erratic snap from the Dukes, but they were kicking them deep.
Burnell is the snapper. Todd Frank will hold, and Ryan Robbins will kick. And he's got the ball just about in the middle of the field. And the yard line is the 30, so it's, or I should say the 20, so it's a 30-yard kick. Snap is back, the hold is down, the kick has got plenty of leg, looks good, right down the middle. 11:52 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Marlington on the board on a 30-yard Robbins field goal. It's the Quakers 7, Marlington 3. You're listening to high school football on WSOM.
And following tonight's game, we'll be announcing tonight's Ziegler's Trophies and Engravable Gifts player of the game. Ziegler's Trophies and Engravable Gifts in downtown Salem, 160 South Broadway. Stop in and see Tom, Sue, or Joanne, or call them at 332-4457 with all the trophies, plaques, ribbons, and rosettes for anyone who deserves recognition. And we'll finish the rest after the kickoff.
And it's a good one, taken by Humphreys at his own 7-yard line. Humphreys up the middle of the field with a seam to the near sideline, puts his head down to the 42. I just thought he was going to come to the sideline, may have had some more room, but a 35-yard kick return from the league leader in the Metro Athletic Conference a year ago.
Plus, they have all new gift gallery selection with plates, coasters, keychains, and Christmas ornaments from the renowned Wendell August Forge. Remember what he wanted, recognized them as, used them as Ziegler's Trophies and Engravable Gifts in downtown Salem. And that gentleman that just ran the kickoff off to a good start here for getting one of those.
Yeah, he is. Wing T backfield on 1st down and 10, and the handoff to Humphreys off the right side. Andy Franks put a paw on him and slowed him up to the 45-yard line. Gain of almost 3 on 1st down for Salem. Well, they marked the knee back a little further back, so it's only going to be a gain of 1 on 1st down.
And Humphreys has to come out because he lost his shoe.
Oops.
He was waving that shoe out and saying, I can't run this play.
No. On the scoring drive for Marlington, 13 plays, 4 minutes and 50 seconds, 78 yards, and the 30-yard field goal from Robbins.
Ryan Fritz checked into the game for Humphreys.
So Martin will look to throw, plenty of time. Now pressured, looks upfield and has to run it out. And Franks is going to make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, had all day and ran out of time finally.
There's nobody there. Nobody to throw to. Good coverage that time for the Dukes. That'll make it 3rd and 9 on the Quaker 44.
Fritz checks out as Humphreys right back into the game. Salem is going to need to get into Marlington territory at about the 47 for a 1st down. Wide receiver to the near side, believe it's Charles Hughes, and they'll try to set the screen to Humphreys. He's got it, and plenty of blockers. 45, 50-yard line. 1st down, 45 at Marlington to the 41. They set it up beautifully, and the Quakers get the needed yardage for the 1st down.
Just beautiful execution on that screen. Enough blockers in front, and we have an injured Quaker.
11 yards on the play. First pass attempt and completion. And I want to say it's Humphreys, but
that's what I thought too.
Don't hold it to me. I mean, that's right where the tackle was made.
Well, Todd, did you notice one thing that the Quakers didn't do in that first quarter?
They did not have a penalty.
Yes, sir.
There was not a flag thrown in that first quarter. They still attend to the injured Quaker with 10:04 to go. We still have A.J. McLeod in the WSOM Sports Studio as the Quakers lead it by a score of 7-3. And we'll be checking in with A.J. before this second quarter ends as Humphreys says, I don't want to come out, but
had the wind knocked out of him, it appears, and he's all right. I just saw Don Bennett say, he's all right.
But he does have to come out for one play, but it will be first down.
Did take a tough hit.
Yes, he did. First down and 10 at the Marlington 41-yard line. McLaughlin at the wing. Jones near side. Now McLaughlin in motion. And Martin will give it to Fritz up the middle. Hit hard, but will be drugged forward to the 36-yard line. Todd Frank came flying in, and boy, am I glad he missed Fritz. That would have been a collision. Making the tackle on that play was 72. And that would have been Jason Wade. And it's going to be a gain of 5 for Fritz on first down.
And there's a little weight differential there, too. Wade at 225. Fritz, a sophomore, at 150. Probably felt that one.
McLaughlin splits to the right. Near side Jones on second down and 5, and Martin to throw. Downfield. Scott Jones and a first down. 20. No, what? Let's say here. It was caught. It's a reception at the 26-yard line. First down Salem. The Dukes had come up with the ball, but not after Jones' knee had already hit the ground.
He caught that ball on his way down anyway, so that was a nice reception from Jones. And that'll move the sticks. Again, the Quakers throwing the ball a little bit on this drive. Screenplay earlier, and that completion there.
14 yards for the first down. Ball resting at the 27-yard line. Jones to the right, McLaughlin to the left. It is Davis and Humphreys in the backfield. And the handoff to Humphreys with a hole up the middle. 25 to the 24, going to gain almost 3. Forward progress will spot it inside the 25-yard line. Clock at 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go, and a 7-3 Quaker lead first half.
Somebody went low to stop Humphreys that time, and then Cold Snow came up top and bent him backwards. It was an ugly-looking hit.
Second and 8. McLaughlin at the wing, Hughes near side. And it's Davis up the middle, nowhere to go this time. Marcus Cold Snow applies the hit, makes the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. In fact, he lost half a yard, and it's going to be third down and a long 8 yards to go.
Quick little handoff that time did not fool Marlington, and Cold Snow in there rather quickly. So you're right. Look at a third and a long 8 with the ball right on the Duke 25. Last time the Quakers were on the Duke 25, it was 3rd and 1, and they did not get it.
Need the 17. McLaughlin right, Jones left. And Martin to throw. Again with all kinds of time. Steps up over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Oh, it should have been intercepted. Right into the breadbasket of Todd Frank as he overthrew Jones. It looked like it just slipped out of his hands. And it's going to be 4th down and 8 for Salem, and the play will be sent in from the sideline.
Yeah, there were a couple open receivers that time. Looked like Hendershot on the right side too, but Jones was definitely open. But I think the ball just did slip out of Martin's hands, and the Quakers fortunate that they'll live to try a 4th down here. Still, without a 4th down conversion on the season. 0 for 1 tonight, 0 for 3 last week against West Branch.
Hughes to the left, Hendershot the tight end on the right, McLaughlin in the wing on the right. And Martin will throw. Again, time. Hits Humphreys out of the backfield, and he didn't catch it, and he wouldn't have had near enough yardage for the first down. So the Dukes will get it back after Salem turns it over on downs.
That was a good drive by Salem. They bent, or Marlington bent rather, but did not break, allow the score. And the Quakers again stopped on the Duke 25. That is the second time in this game that the Quakers have gotten to the Duke 25 and not been able to move it any further, other than that Humphreys long run on the first play of the game.
That was a 9-play drive that stalled for the Quakers. Marlington left to right. It's Balderson on first down. Looked inside, looked outside, and all he saw was 7 Quakers right there ready to tackle him.
Well, I see 2 Quakers in the secondary, and everybody else is on the ball. So you do the math there.
Murray and Williams made the tackles, along with several other Quakers. Also Jim Morrison and Hoffman. Second down, they'll say he lost a yard. It'll be 11 yards to go.
And we have a fine mist over Riley Stadium.
Wow, we do.
Yes, we do.
From the 24, and a flag. And the indication from Nick Bourne of the Quakers is it's against Marlington.
It's kind of hard to spit out. We haven't had one yet tonight.
Right. The legal procedure against the Dukes, 5-yard penalty.
Well, we heard that the Quaker practices were hot and heavy this week, often and early,
and not pleasant. Oh,
not
no, I don't know that.
Well, and apparently it's worked. After all those penalties last week against Westbridge, not a one here for Salem yet, with 6:48 to go here in the second quarter.
Cold Snow runs the option. Fumble. McLaughlin's got it, and he scores! Touchdown Quakers as Cold Snow on the option coughed it up right into the hands of Todd McLaughlin. 15 yards, so let's call it 20 yards and a touchdown.
Hello. That ball just popped right into the hands of Todd McLaughlin. Johnny on the spot there.
So the fumble recovery. And unfortunately, I'm not sure who made the hit that forced the fumble. Hannigan will be set to try the extra point. He's perfect tonight, 1 for 1. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. And it is good. 6:38 to play, second quarter. Quakers on top, 14-3. You're listening to high school football on WSOM. Somebody's got a bullhorn in the WSOM Sports Studio tonight.
Either that or AJ's ate too much pizza.
It only took you one time to mention food, and he goes, oh, I forgot. And AJ will have everything for us coming up at halftime tonight. McLaughlin scores in one of the stranger ways. Fumble recovery as he picked off the pitch on the option and scored. Harshman to kick it away. It's a high but short kick. And Balderson will take it at the 20, bobbles it to the 30. Sidesteps a tackler only to be crushed by Murray. Murray and Tony Collane on the tackle. And it'll be first down and 10 Marlington. And Gary, the Dukes have to be completely befuddled on that sideline. They have run 3 times as many plays as Salem tonight, and they're trailing 14-3.
I'm befuddled. Yeah, it's amazing. They've had several successful drives, but they just have not had luck getting it in there to finish them off.
Cold Snow, play fake.
Oh, my, another one.
They'll say it's incomplete. Nick Bourne put a lick on Cold Snow, and the head referee said the arm was going forward, although we're not so sure.
That was a little generous call there by the official. I believe the arm was cocked, but it was not going anywhere.
So it'll be second down and 10 from the 30. 14-3 Salem. Balderson and Allen in the backfield. Frank left, McIlvain right. And they hand it off to Balderson. Big hole, 35. He's got the first down, 40. Uses a block nicely to the 45. In and out of traffic to the 50 and Salem's 49. Wow, what a run from Bo Balderson.
Yeah, but he almost blew it there as the Quakers were all over him. He switched arms. And as he was coming down, that ball, dangerous. That's a dangerous move there. But you're right, Todd, a huge hole, a nice run. And that'll put the ball in Quaker territory.
Frank to the near side. Lilly goes left. On 1st and 10 from Salem's 49. It is Balderson right up the middle. He's got some confidence right now. Will gain 4 yards when it looked like he wasn't going to gain any.
He was bear hugged down that time by Mike Kolich. But not after he gains a long 3. That'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, McFarland, who is out tonight, scored a pair of touchdowns last year and rushed for 73 yards. But Balderson is picking up the slack here tonight. Balderson last year, 500 yards rushing. And it's going to be a play fake. Cold Snow throws, has the tight end open with a great catch. 36. Almost broke the tackle. Almost, I'd say a touchdown-saving tackle from Humphreys. And another first down. A fine throw. Gabe Williams almost got it.
Gabe Williams and Jim Morrison actually ran into each other, or Cold Snow would have been a dead duck.
And Eric Davis was back on the coverage. He nearly intercepted it. 16 yards on that pass play. And the first down. From the 29-yard line, 5 minutes to go. Balderson, misdirection, goes right, tucks it up the middle to the 20-yard line, still on his feet, 15. Finally brought down by Bourne. Getting up off the bottom of the pile, Ryan Jones, but another first down carry of 14 yards.
Well, early in the game, Marlington seemed to be throwing the ball a lot more often. Now they're doing the running game, and Coach Bourne not happy. He's going to call timeout.
With 4:52 to go in the first half, the Quakers are on top 14-3. This is the home of the Quakers, WSOM AM 600.
To talk about tonight's game, then tune into WSOM AM 600 for the Quaker call-in show after the game. That's 337-7764. Write this number down, 337-7764, the Quaker call-in show after the game till 11 o'clock tonight on WSOM. Something new.
27 plays for Marlington in this first half, 14 for Salem, and the Quakers lead at 14-3. First timeout used by the Quakers. First out and 10 from the 15-yard line for Marlington. Balderson again, straight forward. Breaking tackles left and right. Finally goes down near the 10. Took a lot of punishment for only 5 yards, but Bo Balderson right now is a man on a mission.
And the Quakers, they're a little mad at themselves. Every time he goes by, you know, one falls down, the Quakers, they're beating the ground saying, man, I should have had that guy. And Balderson doing a good job at breaking a lot of tackles here. And he is running like a man who has gained a lot of confidence.
Yeah. 10 carries, 64 yards for Bo in this first half. 2nd and 6, Cold Snow to throw, looks, and he was hit. It was incomplete. Intended receiver Todd Frank. Davis and Humphreys on the coverage. And again, Cold Snow hit hard.
And raining a little harder, which might lead you to a ground game a little more also. This will bring up a 3rd down and about 6. And on the night tonight, Marlington 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Ball, however, on the Salem 11-yard line.
Gary, Salem did not put near this much pressure on Brett Griffith last week. 3rd and 6, McIlvain in motion to the left, leaving Frank by himself to the right. Play felt. They're going to give it to Balderson. Big hole. Side steps one way left. Again left. Touchdown, Bo Balderson. That is a great run from Balderson, the 5'10 senior, 170 pounds, and he gets the Dukes into the end zone.
Well, the Quakers, I think, were caught thinking pass. And Balderson with a huge hole. And he finally juked his way into the end zone for a nice 11-yard run.
So the extra point coming.
I'm surprised Marlington not going for, no, they are going for two, trying to make it a 3-point game.
Turn, give Balderson, looks right, puts it up, fumbled it, and they will not get the 2-point conversion. 4:07 to play here in the first half. It is now Salem 14 and Marlington 9 as the rains come to Riley Stadium. You're listening to high school football on WSOM. On the drive for the Marlington Dukes, 8 plays, 70 yards on the drive. All the rushing plays were Bo Balderson, and it was keyed by a good first down run on one of the plays of 21 yards. Time of the drive, 2 minutes and 31 seconds. And it's now 14-9. And colorful Riley Stadium now with rain gear, ball caps, and umbrellas now the theme.
Well, they've been promising this rain for 2 days now, and it finally gets here during the game.
Evanich kicks off right to Hooper at the 10. He circles around, goes to the middle of the field, and will be brought down at the 25-yard line. Lar Brent. Well, let's try. I knew that was going to happen. Brent Lair with the tackle. Oh, they got the names backwards here on the roster. And I'm the idiot. I don't know. 25-yard line. It's going to be first down for the Quakers after the 14-yard return from Hooper.
It's a big drive for Salem now. You like to always answer points yourself when the other team scores on you.
Jones to the near side on first down and 10. And Martin to throw. All kinds of time again. Nowhere to throw it. Rolls out and throws it away. Looking for Eric Davis. With the coverage was Ryan Robbins.
Yeah, with the rain coming down harder, you wouldn't expect that, but it worked. Martin had all time in the world, just nobody open for Salem. When you have that much time, the wide receivers have to come back to the quarterback, and I think that time they tried to, but still just too much traffic, so Martin wisely did the right thing and threw the ball away. But it will make it second down and 10.
Hughes to the near side. One wide receiver, wing T. And to give us to Davis, the fullback, and he's going to lose a yard. Make it 3rd and 11 coming up for the Quakers. And Gary, obviously, Marlington gaining confidence with that last drive, and Bo Balderson basically did it himself.
Yeah, no gain on the play is what they're calling. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 on the Quaker 24, and with 3:15 and counting here until halftime, if the Quakers don't convert this, Marlington with the last shot here in the half to try and get some points. They should end up with good field position if the Quakers don't convert this.
Gary Balderson rushed for 53 yards on that 70-yard drive for the Quakers. On the play fake, up the middle, it's going to be McLaughlin on the double handoff and across the 32-yard line, but not enough for the first down, and the Quakers will be forced to punt.
We'll make it 4th down and about 3, so Salem will be forced to punt. We're now down to 2:35 to go until halftime, and the Dukes should end up with excellent field position and 3 timeouts.
Two back to receive, Frank and Balderson, and the kick is away, and it's going to bounce, and Balderson's just going to let it roll to about the 32. Pretty wise decision with the reins falling the way they are. 2:18 to go, and A.J. McLeod, if you're standing by in the studio, what may you have coming up at halftime at WSOM Studios? Don't have AJ. It's going to be 1st and 10, Marlington at the 31-yard line. And on 1st down, they look to set up a screen. Balderson has the catch at the 30, 35, comes to the middle of the field and will finally be brought down as the Quakers, who had all charged the quarterback, come back. But Gary, the field conditions obviously playing havoc right now with the Quaker defense.
Well, the Quakers had a shot to bring him down at the catch too, and we have an officials timeout, as looks like Balderson a little slow getting up, and right now it's the one man. Marlington a little thin to begin with. You can't have him going down, but he does get up. He will go off for this play, however. 1:55. And the officials called the timeout to measure. I believe he came up short.
Oh, just by a hair.
Yeah.
So 9 yards.
Just shy of first down, 2nd down,
and again, the Quakers had a chance to catch Balderson as soon as he caught the ball, but he juked around the Salem player and gained 9 yards and about 11 inches.
So 2nd down and a short one with the clock now winding at 1:55. Cold Snow will throw, straight drop, downfield for Frank. It is caught and then out of his hands. Hendershot applied the hit, coming over from his safety position. Until I think it was Humphreys on the coverage. Bourne also back there to help out.
That ball was caught until Hendershot came over and put the lick on him. Wow, he was right. It's a good call for Marlington. Even if you don't complete it, now you've got a simple 3rd and 1.
It was a perfectly thrown ball.
Man. Considering the conditions.
So 3rd down and inches, and Cold Snow will give it to Allen. The fullback slips through, adds the 1st down to the 49-yard line. A gain of 7 and a 1st down carry.
And you know, they put that ball about a yard back from where the line of scrimmage should have been.
I thought so too.
Oh man, that could have been a big break for Salem. Apparently nobody was looking at that.
So the clock now at 1:34. Wide receivers to each side. And they'll give it to Balderson with some running room to the 45 of Salem. In and out of traffic again to the 40. And he's tackled at the 37. Gary, I haven't seen this good a running out of a running back in a long, long time. He is just making moves on Quaker defenders all over the place.
Yeah, he is. And the Quakers doing a good job or not doing a good job in stopping him on the initial contact. And he did get the 1st down on that play, which will stop the clock temporarily, but we do have a timeout on the field, it looks like.
Yep, we've got a timeout. Let's take a quick one. 1:20 to go here in the 1st half. Quakers on top, 14-9. Quakers on top 14-9, but Gary Marlington threatening after they use their 1st timeout. And the ball at Salem's 37-yard line.
Well, the Quakers having a hard time stopping the sudden resurgent running game of the Dukes here.
2 wideouts to the left, Balderson and Allen. Behind Cold Snow, who will throw over the middle, intended for Frank. Nick Bourne plasters his face mask on the chest of Cold Snow as he goes down again.
and that's why they've been going to the running game. The passing game, the Quakers just putting a lot of pressure on Cold Snow, and it really hasn't been that successful as of late. So they've gone to the running game, and it's been very effective. Balderson just cutting through the Quaker defense.
8 of 16 passing in the first half for Cold Snow, 92 yards. But I would say of the 8 incompletions, he's been hit and caused the incompletion.
He's been hit on the receptions, too.
Cold Snow will drop. They'll set up the screen again. Balderson with the catch at the 42 with a wall of blockers to the left sideline, 30. Up the left sideline to the 20, but he is out of bounds. I thought I heard a whistle, but apparently not. And he is inside the Quaker 10-yard line.
Well, when you put that much pressure on the quarterback, the thing to do is to call the screen. If you're going to have that many people rush the quarterback, that means there's got to be somebody open, and the screen pass is the perfect way to call that.
29 yards in the first down.
They worked that time to perfection. Now we're at 1:04 to go here till halftime, and the Dukes on the Salem 8.
Balderson up the middle, not this time. Quakers pin him in right at the line of scrimmage. Morrison made the tackle.
Well, the Quakers trying to protect this 14-9 score here going into halftime. And the Dukes going to call another timeout.
With 50 seconds left until halftime, Marlington inside to Quaker 10. We'll pause. This is high school football on WSOM. They lost a yard on first down. It is second down. Cold Snow to throw. Tucks it up the middle of the field to the 5. Hit hard by Morrison and a host of Quakers. And he got in. He never went down. Touchdown, Marcus Cold Snow and Marlington, and the Dukes have the lead. 9 yards, and what an effort.
Well, we said he was a dangerous runner, and he proved it there. As the Dukes now up by 1.
With 40 seconds left. They've scored on successive possessions.
Probably see him go for 2 here again, trying to make it a 3-point lead. And the Dukes are going to call another timeout.
And we'll just keep it here. Wow, what a touchdown run for Cold Snow. It's been the ground game in the second quarter.
Yep, the Quakers have definitely shut down the passing game for all intents and purposes. And you know, if they did that to get the running game going for Marlington, Marlington says a big thank you. Because it appears that their game plan coming into this game was to throw the ball.
Well, you've got your main fullback out with McFarland. Maybe the game plan changed a little bit, but Bo Balderson has done a great job tonight. And Evanich came on, although he is not their normal kicker. And it looked like he was changing shoes. I'm not sure. Maybe, well, I think what might have been is he kicks off. He may have had his kicking shoe on, and it made him take it off. He is the backup quarterback, also a backup tight end. So let's keep our eyes on Evanich out there.
It just makes no sense to go for 1 here for Marlington. That would just give him a 2-point lead. You know, if you go for 2, that would be a 3-point lead, and that's a field goal. So I fully expect them to go for 2, and they come out in that formation.
And the turn, the give is to Balderson right up the middle, and again, or correct that, the fullback Davis, or one more, Allen, does not get it. Wow. So 2-point conversion fails. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. The Dukes have their first lead of the night. It's Marlington 15 and Salem 14. This is high school football on WSOM. 7-play drive, 69 yards at 1:38. And the Dukes on top, Gary, 15-14.
And kind of a shocking development here as the Quakers, after that fumble recovery by Tom McLaughlin, looked like they were in pretty good shape. But the Dukes have found a running game here with Bo Balderson. And the Quakers, barring a score here in the final 40 seconds, they need a good kickoff return right here is what they need. They'll go down for the second year in a row at halftime to Marlington.
They squib it. And it's going to bounce into the leg of Nick Bourne, who picked it up with a knee on the ground. So he'll be down at the 22. No. Well, they're actually going to mark it at the 25. So no return with, well, there should be 40 seconds left. They did start the clock, but there's 38 seconds left.
And we'll see what Coach Bourne elects to do here. Sit on it with the clock now running. Well, the Quakers in a hurry now, so it looks like they're going to try and at least get something out of this.
Rain still falling. McLaughlin to the left, Jones to the right.
Watch the interception here.
And misdirection handoff, Humphreys. Up the middle, knocked down to the ground. 32-yard line. And it looks like that's going to be it for Salem.
Well, that was the touchdown play, I believe. And, you know, if it worked once, maybe twice. And that will do it, it looks like. As the clock down to 4. And the Quakers going to the locker room.
Interesting first half. The Marlington fans across the way rise to their feet as their team, who was stung by a 85-yard touchdown run on the Quakers' first play of the night, and then a fumble recovery for a touchdown, was down 14-3, but stormed back on their last 2 possessions of the first half and go into the locker room leading 15-14. They're trying to turn the tables on the Quakers from a year ago. Todd Bell and Gary Goddard at Riley Stadium, turning it over to A.J. McLeod in the WSOM High School Sports Studio. What's coming up, A.J.?